Hello, folks. Hello, folks. Welcome. This Hangout on Air is live, and tonight we're looking at 2016 Summerfest from Sierra Nevada. Yeah, we want to try to keep noise to a minimum. Well, tonight we have from the West Tanya, but her connection dropped, so she'll probably be back. From the South, we have myself, Louisiana Beer Reviews. There's Tanya coming back. Hello, Tanya. You dropped off for a second. From out west, so we got myself from Louisiana Beer Reviews, John Walker from Virginia. We have from the Northeast, Mr. David K. and Nate K. And Nate's off the picture right now. And we have John Sharon with Zone 1. John, I did not watch your root beer review because I only watch reviews for beers that I've had or I'm about to drink, so I haven't seen that one around here yet.
Yeah, it's first YouTube video ever of it. So.
Okay, now, first YouTube video. That's pretty cool. First one in the world.
Last two videos I've done are the first two videos in the world.
Awesome. Hey, who has never had Summerfest before from Sierra Nevada?
Maybe me.
Maybe you're not sure.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've had it or not. I feel like it's likely, but it was unimpressionable, I suppose, so it's worth looking at again.
I think it's really going to be unimpressionable.
Mr. Davey, you've had it?
Yeah, I did actually. Last year we was out floating around, and it was quite nice. And
you might want to turn your mic up a little bit because it's kind of low. Nate, you've had it?
I haven't had it before today, but I had it a few, maybe an hour ago.
Okay.
So.
John, you've had it?
Yeah.
And John?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I've had it a few times. Okay, I even did a revisit, I believe. All right. It says mine was packaged on May 26th. So we're going on 2 months, not too old. I bought this pretty cheap over there at the local store. I think it was $1.39, something like that, plus tax. Tanya, I think, has cans. It's been sold in cans for the last.
I thought it was a can, but I guess that was a lie because it's not.
That wasn't a lie unless you meant to say it wrong.
Right. Yes, it was a mistake. Yeah, I swear it was a can, but here it is. It's not.
Okay, they've been selling it in cans for about 4 years now, and it's on draft in some places. Might be on draft here because I found the Pabst Old Tinkerdale on draft.
And that was a good review too. I watched that.
Yeah, we were sitting outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was worried the traffic noise would be too loud.
It wasn't bad.
Now this beer is 5% alcohol, just like Budweiser. It's 28 IBUs, not at all like Budweiser, which is probably what, 12. Mm-hmm. So this is over twice the bitterness. It's a crisp lager, they say. It uses 2-row pale barley malt, Pilsener malt, and Munich malt. They bitter it with pearl hops, and the finishing hops are Saz, Spalt, and Spalter Select. They say the beer should pair well with grilled chicken, sushi, salads, and lightly spiced sausages. Okay. Sounds good. Maybe like
Vienna sausages.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Very lightly spiced. Okay, now, up in the Northeast, Mr. David, and then Nate, what do y'all think about the appearance? I'm getting some really spongy head action here on mine.
being short of a glass, unfortunately, I don't get to experience the color of the beer, but the initial aroma coming off the top is a very slight bit of skunk coming out of it. Nothing that's scary. It's not like St. Pauli Girl or something. And it does have an almost citrus taste to it.
Okay. Everybody's getting the same appearance, kind of like the golden bubbly appearance with this. My head is spongy, though. I don't know.
Mine kind of went away pretty quick. A little bit of lacing. It's kind of got that total adjunct color to it.
and it's not made with adjuncts. Hey, Jean.
Good evening, guys. How are y'all?
Fine. We're glad to see you, the Beer and TV Ramble.
Right.
The Haitian Connection.
Hello.
Well, we're back to the Northeast. Nate, Kate. Now your daddy's drinking it straight out the bottle, which is a very normal way to drink beer. Now, Nate, most people I see drink beer straight out the bottle. What do you think about the aroma? We can see the appearance is pretty straightforward, right? It's golden, it's clear, it's bubbly, it's a lager.
Yeah, and it's got mine's got a kind of a lighter kind of yellow, but not like supremely light. It doesn't look like a light beer really. It's just kind of light in color. Still a little bit dark, got a little bit something else, maybe not quite an amber, but I'm off of the scent. It's very clean. It's got a little bit of that sweetness. I think I smell mostly the sweetness, not really as many hops as the IBUs would dictate, but yeah, it's very sweet, I'd say. My basis for my comparison, the only other Sierra Nevada that I'm really familiar with is the IPA. This is way mild by comparison, though.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stop that shuffling sound if you're able. So it's mild. You're saying. Now you had the IPA. Their torpedo you talking about, or their pale ale?
I think both actually. I've had both of them.
Now, John, Sharon up there in Indiana, you were having a problem because you went to 3 different stores and they didn't have it. And I did the locator tool, and your wife was able to get it for you, so that was a good break.
Yeah. So you want to know what the aromas are to me, or the taste?
I think we want to do the aroma first, then we'll go back to the flavor.
I mean, I think the aroma to me is got that lemony zest smell to it. I don't really pick up much hop character. But I don't think you're going to pick up a whole lot at 5% ABV. But I mean, there's not really a significant smell to it besides that lemony zest. Is about all I get out of it. No malts, no nothing. So.
Man, and you've had it before.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, going down to the south, John Walker, you're in the upper south, so you can hit it first.
I smell just like some pale malt, and white bread, and like John said, some zestiness, some like lemony zesty. That's about it. Nothing. Smells like beer.
Smells like beer. Now you're starting to sound like me. Now, Jean-Pierre, you told me this was the first time you've ever had this product.
This is my first time. I've had other stuff from Sierra Nevada, the Pale Ale, of course, and the Torpedo, and the Nooner, which I think I did a review of that one. But I've had those 3, and I think all of them are excellent. I'm getting what everyone's getting in this beer. I'm getting a scent of lemon in this. To me, maybe, I don't know, but to me it smells like, I don't know, like maybe a wine, maybe like a Chardonnay. I don't know. Maybe the batch maybe the bottle I got might be outdated. I gotta check, but I'm getting some of that scent, like some sort of, fruit flavor type wine. But it definitely has a lot of lemons. There's citrus and there's that lemon scent in it.
Well, if on the bottle it'll have 2016, and if it has that date, it's not going to be outdated. If it says 2016 on the neck, it'll say that the vintage. Okay, my aroma is, and I do like Sierra Nevada's labels. They're pretty. They have some country scene, mountains and lakes. Makes you want to go on a tour of California or something. It's like John said, it's very mild. Both John said it. There's maybe some lemon zest, but I'm picking up mostly just sweet, pale malt, like pale cracker or something. It's not super aromatic, so if you're looking for a beer that's bursting with aroma, this probably wouldn't be the one you want to get. My nose is itching me, sorry. I remember back around 5 years ago, they used to have Michelob Beach Blonde. Anybody remember that? That blonde ale from Michelob?
Yeah.
It tasted so good, but only me and about 6 other people, I think, ever bought it, so didn't last. April 18, 2016, well, that's not too bad. It's not super fresh, but it's not too bad. Look like you're tired, Jean.
Yeah, I'm trying to maintain myself, guys. It's been a long, long week of some drama, but I'm here tonight to celebrate.
Okay, well, if you go unconscious, we won't hold that against you. We'll just say, oh, remember that time we did a video and Jean went unconscious? Hey, now, out west, Tanya.
Okay. We haven't tasted it yet. We're just talking about aroma, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to multitask, and I'm really not good at multitasking. So, for me, it definitely smells like a lager. You know, I say that a lot. But kind of crisp. Also, it has Pilsner malts in it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
It uses
Nice bready. Yeah, nice bready kind of maltiness, which is nice.
they use pale
It also looks super carbonated, which I'm interested in getting into mouthfeel when I taste it because wow, that is super bubbly.
I noticed the same thing. Okay, so let's go back around the horn. We'll go to Mr. David, who's drinking out the bottle. What do you think about the flavor now?
Well, I'm checking that bubbly taste. She's talking the malt feel. It doesn't. It goes flat fairly quickly in the bottle, but it doesn't. It still has kind of that zing to it, like almost it's got a lemon thing going on in it. And yeah, this would go great. This is another one of those barbecue beers.
Okay. And Summerfest, you know, that's kind of like what they're promoting, I would imagine. It's Saturday and people are coming over and having a summer festival, I guess, or you could be at a music festival or something like that. Now, huh?
Sitting out on a boat,
Sitting in a boat.
drowning worms.
That's a good point. Yeah, going fishing, but probably you want to take the cans.
Yeah.
Now, Nate.
Yeah, I want to thank Tanya for pointing out the real culprit of the aroma and taste that I was thinking of is the Pilsner malts. There, it reminded me of a Pilsner. I just didn't know the right word to attribute to that. But that's that clean kind of smell that I associated with it before, and it even I can taste it in there. Carbonation is really good in it. It's very carbonated. The head I had was really not profoundly huge, and it went away pretty quick, even as I poured it in my shaker here. Maybe this wouldn't be necessarily the best glass for that, or at least for demonstrating the potential head on this beer. But I taste the sweetness of the malts there. It's very light though. I still think clean is the best adjective, even though it's that Pilsner malt that does it. So I'm excited. I got the Pilsner malt for the beer we're going to brew too, and I'm excited to see how that turns out now.
Okay, now they're saying that it's a nod toward Czech Pilsners. They're not claiming that it is a Czech Pilsner, but it's in that tradition, okay?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
All right, we're going to get to the commentary in a little bit because I know I got some things to say too, John. Sharon, what do you think about the flavor?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I mean, I know what I give this beer, and I reveal it later. It was bottled on 4/26/16. I think when you drink it, I think you get a little bit of the hop note in it, maybe some malts in it. You get that lemon zest in it. But for what it is, I mean, and I'm going to say this, and because I'm in Budweiser's back pocket, as most people say, this is no better than a Bud Light Lime-A-Rita, in my opinion.
Oh my goodness. Well, try your best. Try your best to give us a little. And talking about Anheuser-Busch, we've got that coming up in 2 weeks. We've got.
But I mean, this is a good beer. It's an enjoyable beer. It's a sessionable beer. It's a good beer that, like you said, you can do on a boat or fishing or whatever. But to me, it's just no more than just a bland, overpriced adjunct lager taste to me.
Hey, you got to call it like you see it. The way I look at it. Why get up here and just talk a bunch of bull? Just be honest.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to the millions of viewers we got. I mean, to me, that's exactly what this is. I mean, I know they use some nice malts. I know they use some nice hops and probably some good yeast. But I mean, for what it is, I call a spade, and that's what it is to me.
Hey, okay, now we're going to go to John Walker. What do you think about the flavor?
As soon as I tried it and I read the bottles, I just thought Pilsner. European, it tastes pretty Euro-ish. The body's a little heavier than a Euro lager. Not real heavy. It's light to medium. I enjoy the prickliness of it. It's quite refreshing. It tastes like a craft beer drinker's Budweiser. Something a little more hoppy.
And that was probably well said right there.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like it doesn't taste like anything else I've had, but I mean it's good. It's refreshing and it fits the bill what you paid for. I paid $15.99 for the 12-pack at Total One, which I thought was a good deal. Other places are selling it for $18.
No.
I think it should be priced along with like Sam Adams Boston Lager if they're selling it for 12 packs.
Right.
Which that would make it competitive, obviously, in a very competitive market. Or product segment. I think they did a good job. I just wish they could lower their price point, but it's good. If they did a little more marketing with this, they could probably make it year-round.
Summerfest year-round?
I don't think I would.
If you just listen, drop the Summerfest, and so it would be Sierra Nevada Crisp Lager. Ooh, sounds good.
Now that's smart.
I would probably agree with that.
Oh, and John said something about people say Anheuser-Busch is in his back pocket. I would love for Anheuser-Busch to be in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get paid from them.
He's putting in a little plug, y'all. So
all these millions and millions of viewers that watch us.
on behalf of John Walker, we're going to only do Anheuser-Busch from now on.
No. We have to talk about how other products are inferior.
Right. So we'll spend a lot of time on that later about how that's the best bang for your buck at all times. Now, Jean-Pierre, what do you think about the flavor of this beer?
Again, maybe as you said, maybe it shouldn't be a big deal having it the born on date being April. I mean, it tastes fine. It's you know. It's something I'm trying to think that I had something like this before. It is a Pilsner, but I'm trying to think what it is. Something from way back that has the same style. It's very mild, very enjoyable. 5.2%. That's pretty, or 5%, whatever the alcohol is in this. It seems all right to me.
Maybe you're thinking of Full Sail Pilsner.
Possibly.
It's kind of like Full Sail to me.
Mm-hmm. And it's enjoyable. Would I, pick this out again? Probably, 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that part in a little bit.
I mean, I know I'm jumping ahead. I'm sorry, guys. So my bad.
That's okay. Now I'm gonna give my taste assessment. I've had this a few times. I think the flavor is better than the aroma because there's not much aroma. You're getting some prickliness, like you said, in the mouthfeel, so it's very carbonated. You're getting a little biscuity barley malt, cracker maybe. Yeah, more cracker than biscuit. Some grassy hops. I know it doesn't use corn, but in the back taste, it tastes like maybe maize, but that doesn't make sense, I guess, because it doesn't use corn or rice. It seems like it's appropriate. Like, it does taste like a 5% alcohol beer. It does taste like it's 28 IBUs. The body's medium, but it's probably high medium. This beer is a little on the heavy side, I find. And it's crisp and refreshing and all of that. So I'm not rating it tonight. We're just examining it. I did rate it pretty high, actually, when I did the review. If the price is right, when I did my review and my revisit, if the price is right, I'll jump on it. But for the prices people were talking about tonight, I would run from it personally. I'm not paying that kind of money for something that, well, we're going to get into the comparison in a little bit. I want to bring up some things. But, Tanya, what do you think out west?
You know, it's not the worst lagery type beer that I've ever had. It's okay. I mean, not my favorite kind of beer, not my favorite style of beer, but you know, nice and mild, very nicely balanced, decent flavor, very carbonated. I feel like you just sit around and burp a lot while you drink this. Could scare the fish away. You know, but somebody was saying earlier that this could be a good year-round beer, but I think Sierra Nevada really, you know, really knows their market pretty well, and there are often craft brew drinkers who are following the seasons and buy things because they're seasonally available and not necessarily drinking lagers by rule all year round. And so I think, you know, generally speaking, I'll agree that a lager is a good summer beer, especially if it's crisp and lower alcohol. This qualifies on both of those points. And so I feel like they probably anticipate that their market will be more open to a lager style beer that's very similar to, you know, a Budweiser during the summer. And also, I think they have some contracts with, maybe only locally, I don't know how it works nationally, but contracts with venues. I can't think of any examples of what I'm trying to talk about. Like AT&T Park, I don't know if they're actually there, you know, but ballparks and things like that where they might have events in the summer, and that the name Summerfest would be particularly appealing. I would probably be more inclined, mostly because it's Sierra Nevada, but to drink something that was named Summerfest if my choices were Bud Light, Coors Light. So those are my thoughts. I mean, it's definitely a lager, and not a horrible one at that. So, cheers.
Hey, you ever had you're talking about lagers in the summer. You ever had any of the Samichlaus beers?
No, I don't even think I've heard of that brand.
Yeah, Samichlaus is a lager. It's a Doppelbock, but it's an extreme beer. It's produced only one day a year, December 6th. It's from Austria. They make a classic, a Helles, and a Schwarz beer, and they're 14% alcohol.
What are they called? Santa Claus?
Samichlaus.
Okay.
I've got some bottles. I can show them later. These are major. These will change your mind about lagers, I think, because they're very extreme, but in a good way extreme, not extreme in the camo black ice way, which is also extreme, but extremely horrible. Now, Jean, I wanted to let you know real fast, I did watch your review of the Doppelbock, the Birra Moretti La Rosa Doppelbock. I watched that this morning at like 4:45 a.m., and I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Now, here's the big
I do my best.
climax of the video.
Boom!
Would you buy the beer again? So going up north, Mr. David and Mr. Nate K, David K and Nate K, father and son, would you buy the beer again?
Yeah, it's I think it's quite good for the cookout kind of thing. And if you have a cooler full of beer and you're reaching for a bottle out of the cooler and you had like a lineup of all the other lagers that are around out there, this would have been one of the first choices. Mostly because it's easy to identify in the mass because of that label that jumps right out at you. I think they got that on. And the taste, like you said, wasn't. It's not bad. You probably see this popping up at music festivals and small country fairs. That's the kind of beer you'd find this being served at beer kiosks.
Yeah, I
Buy it again.
agree with that. So he would buy it again. Nate?
Well, as the person who bought it for $9.99 for a 6-pack, I'd say it's a close call, a 50-50. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I do think it should be cheaper.
Okay, so perhaps you
But
would
I
buy
can
it
take,
again.
no.
You're saying
Yeah, I
perhaps
mean,
you would buy it again.
I dislike it.
Okay, John, Sharon.
Well, let me start out from being an old man here. I can remember when Sierra Nevada first started out. It was probably one of the very first craft breweries around, and I think you'll agree with that, right, Jay?
Yeah.
And I think over time that the beer has evolved more towards better beers, and I think us older people, along with I use that word millennials, are overlooking this beer, and maybe they're trying to come up with something to sell more beer, if that sounds right. Because this is a crisp lager. There's nothing wrong with this beer except the price. I mean, it's comparable to other lagers. I give $9.99 a 6-pack for it, which I think is well overpriced for what it is. Because and most everybody here on the panel, their beers was bottled in April.
Yeah.
April, May, June, July. That's a long time. Either they're not selling these beers, or they bottled them and held on to them for a long period of time, which I think is wrong. They should have got them out. Pumpkin beers will be out next month, and we're just looking forward to that. But overall, would I buy this beer again? Probably not. I can go down here within walking distance of a Circle K and get an 8-pack of Budweiser for $6.99. And get the same feel out of it as I'm getting out of this. But no, it's not a buy again for me.
Okay.
The only reason I bought it was for tonight to examine it.
Right.
And, you guys, because I enjoy our Wednesdays. But overall, is it a buy again? No, I'm gonna take the rest of them. Share at Beer Club tomorrow with everybody else.
Okay, so we got one yes, one maybe, and one no. Now, John Walker.
All right, I think I'm gonna go off what Tanya said. As Sierra Nevada, it's probably a better idea for them to just do this as a seasonal. That's a good seasonal. I don't see any problem with it except for the price. I also wanted to say if the body kind of felt like not the prickliness, but the body almost felt like Old English. It was about the same body as Old English to me, which a little on the heavy side for a lager anyway, not for an ale. I would buy it
let me interrupt real fast. By the way, folks, I did an Old English double down video recently. And
I
you
watched
it if you were like, all right, anyway, what now?
That was a good video.
Oh, thank you.
That made me want to go buy an Old English, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, man. Louisiana is Old English paradise. Okay, go on.
If I go down to the south side, I can get it though. This beer is just mainly, I think it's held back by its price. I think they could do more marketing with it and sell it at a lower price point and workings out the grocery stores to get more rolling out of it.
So would you buy it again?
Next summer.
Okay, so he would buy it again.
I'll say if I saw it for $9.99 or $8.99, I'd buy it.
Okay.
Just to have it. It's good. I like Pils. I'm a Pilsner fan.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of Pilsner beers in the summer, so I mean, I definitely.
And I have to go back on that. Maybe like he said, maybe I'll buy a 2017 just to see if it's any better. But if I can find a single, but I'm not going to buy a 6-pack of it. It's too expensive. It's overpriced.
Now, Jean-Pierre, Beer and TV Ramble, would you buy it again?
I probably would, but again, it would probably be for this time of year. I know that the store Rouse's tend to put whatever beer may not be pushing whatever in their singles, they'll put them in like a little shopping cart, and they'll do once in a while a special, here, whatever, $1 for this beer or that beer. And like I said, if you saw my notes, I paid $1.79 for one bottle of this, which is I'm kind of glad because I think when I saw this on the shelf at Rouse's, it was on the shelf, not in one of the coolers, but on the shelf. It was I think it might have been $10.99 for the sixer, and I said no. And so yeah, Alabama and their wonderful beer prices. Anyway. It would be something I would get again if it's available in singles. I would buy it just to something to sample, to have that's in my cooler. But most times, a Pilsner, there are other Pilsners out there I would get, or for this time of year, be a light lager or whatever that may be.
Okay. Now I'm going to give you my opinion. Before I start, I don't know if y'all feel funny about this. I was going to pour a little bit of this in the glass.
Napoleon.
Well, it's from France. It's only 40% alcohol. All right. Now, it's French brandy, but I digress.
Where does brandy originate from?
Where did it originate from?
Boston, I think.
No, brandy comes from Europe, right? They take grapes and they make a liquor out of it. Burnt wine. Well, anyway, cheers.
What ABV is that?
40.
Is that strong for brandy?
That's usually what they are, 40%.
Oh, so it's like whiskey.
Woo! Get down, girl. Girl, get down. Get down, girl. Girl, get down. All right, now, let me start. First of all, I was at Walmart yesterday. Look, I can buy a 12-pack of Budweiser at Walmart for $9.99.
Damn.
I can turn right around and buy this Sierra Nevada Summerfest for $9.99 a 6-pack. Guess which one I'm going to buy? Okay.
This is Bud's for you.
Is it a trade-off? Yeah, it's a trade-off, but there used to be a TV show called Trade-Offs. I'm going to trade double the quantity for a little less of the flavor. Okay, but on the other hand, I find that the Budweiser is lighter bodied, which appeals to me. I don't need to be drinking heavy stuff all the time. Secondly, it does have a crisp, enjoyable flavor anyway. So I'm willing to do trade-offs, especially when I'm getting 2 for 1. You hear what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
12 for $9.99 instead of 6 for $9.99. Come on. And another thing, let me say another thing. Oh, yes, I would buy this beer again, by the way, but I wouldn't buy it again a lot. Secondly, this beer says they're giving a nod to Pilsner. Okay, fine. Do you think I would buy this beer when I could turn right around and go buy Pilsner Urquell? This beer gets slaughtered by Pilsner Urquell. You hear what I'm saying to you? Pilsner Urquell makes a fool out of this beer, and I like this beer. I like Summerfest Lager, but against Pilsner Urquell, to me, it's a joke. And you say, well, Pilsner Urquell is only 4% alcohol. That may be, but it sure tastes better. Secondly, or thirdly, I would buy Grolsch before I bought this Sierra Nevada Summerfest. Grolsch is 5%, and I think Grolsch has a lot of character, and I think Grolsch, it's kind of even in that case, but it's kind of like a wrestling match, and Grolsch just beats it out. It wins the match.
I agree 100% with what you're saying, Bob.
But I'm I'm losing a lot of friends on Facebook as I speak. That's probably happening. Now,
Those $10 6-pack German-style pilsners like Weihenstephan or Paulaner, I think kind of beat this out just because the body it's light and more refreshing.
I'm getting blocked by some people right now. But but do you hear what I'm preaching?
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you that you could look up this beer on YouTube, and 99% of the people on YouTube is going to say 99% of what we're talking about right here, right now, from some of the big reviewers. I've never not looked at. I feel that way.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to Tanya. Now you say it's the brand you're talking. Wrong, because I was thinking about all of this long before I poured that little shot. Now, Tanya, would you buy this again?
No, mostly because I'm not a lager Pilsner drinker. If I were going to a party where that were the appropriate beer, I would still bring a different beer. And if I were bringing a lager or Pilsner, which I guess, we got to account for these oddities in the universe, then it would probably be something else.
Right.
Something from a local brewery that I got poured at a tap room or something, so it's at least interesting, I guess. So,
but if we're trying to save money, if you're trying to save money and still get a good lager beer, you could get the Trader Joe's pills, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm just not. Yeah, this isn't a beer that's terribly exciting to me. So I guess if somebody said, "Hey, Tanya, will you pick up specifically a Summerfest, a pack of Summerfest?" Then yeah, I would grab it. But nah.
All right. I'm not trying to rip on this beer, y'all. It sounds like I am. I am not.
I'm not trying to rip on it either. I'm just calling it. I'm calling it the way I see it. I mean, it's a crisp lager, but and that's what you're getting out of it. You're getting a lager type 5 point.
And for the type of year we have, for the season we're in, we can understand why it's out there. But
bad beer.
What about my comment about how it holds up against Pilsner Urquell?
It doesn't hold up against Pilsner.
I don't think it does.
Pilsner Urquell is great.
Urquell, hands down.
What is that, 4.3%, but it still tastes better?
4.0.
You serious?
Oh yes, but it's
If you're
also
a percentage higher, I mean, can you really sit down and your average person is never going to be able to take this beer and the Pilsner Urquell and sit down and say this is a 5%, this is 4%. You tell me the difference. You're not going to be able to, I don't think.
Hey, you know what? You're right. Maybe it is 4.4, but I thought it was 4.0. But maybe you're right.
4.4.
Yeah, 4.4. You got me thinking. Yeah, but still, that's pretty low. But it's awesome.
And also, don't forget, when you're tasting it, it feels like, even though the ABV may be low, I've said this in all the videos I've done with those beers, that the ABV may be low, but you feel like you're drinking a more flavorful beer, a beer that may have more alcohol in it, but it doesn't. It just, the way they produce it makes it, that enjoyable.
Oh, man.
Those are gross and all that. Carlsberg too. Throw Carlsberg in there.
Yeah. What am I talking about? And don't forget Kronenbourg.
That's some good stuff. Both that and the Blanc, really good.
What really throws me off on this is, as we're sitting here doing this beer examination, and we're doing it basically from all corners of the United States, and everybody's pretty much got the same born-on date of April, and that's what really concerns me. Is
Mine,
I said earlier.
Mine is 6/2/16.
So you got a fresher one, wait, because you're in California.
Yeah, they delivered it right down here.
Now, Tanya,
the rest of us all got old date beers, and that really concerns me about distribution, or has it been sitting on the shelf that long that people's not buying it?
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. The last pallet of this stuff went out last week here in Richmond.
Now, do you distribute?
So they're just going to sell off what they have left and then replace the next seasonal in August.
Is it distributed through you guys, through Budweiser?
No, it's done through the Miller Coors distributor. Loveland Distributing in Richmond.
Oh, wow. So it's actually through a big conglomerate.
So, John, wait a minute. John's about to try to say that this is a craft beer trying to masquerade as a macro beer, trying to masquerade as a craft beer. John, do not say that this is a.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm saying this is a craft beer distributed by a micro.
Right, because
Not micro.
earlier this week, someone said that Bourbon County was a macro beer masquerading as a craft beer, and that's our topic for Beer and BS coming up, I believe.
I would love to join that.
Huh?
That'd be a good one. It's not masquerading, nothing. You know,
Okay.
we can not that one, but we'll
Yeah,
move
I would
on.
love to join that, Jay.
Yeah, they just had a little problem with their.
Barrels.
Yeah, and they sent me $11 refund. Okay, Tanya, I want to show you something, and then we're going to close this out. This is very serious. This is the Samichlaus Classic.
All right, hold on. Let me flip back over to that screen.
Hey,
Okay, go.
Tanya's multitasking. Now this is Samichlaus. There's a picture of Santa. That's the German, Austrian.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
German.
Saint. Yeah.
Yeah, Samichlaus is the Austrian German word for Santa Claus, and it's produced every year on December 6th. They leave it and age it for a year. It says malt liquor, but this is not your grandfather's malt liquor. This
No.
14%.
14% ain't no joke. I mean, that's as much alcohol content as wine has.
Yeah, this is some serious stuff. This is brewed by Schloss Eckenberg, and it's about $5 a bottle, $4.99 to $5.99 a bottle. They age it 10 months before they bottle it. Believe me, this is serious stuff. This is one of the highest rated beers on the planet. It is a lager. It is a Doppelbock. It is a super. And that's the classic. Here's one called the Helles. That's the lighter appearance. This is I'm aging these. This one here.
So,
Did somebody send you those, Jay?
Oh no, I bought them.
how much do they cost?
Well, they were $4.99 a bottle for me. What now, Tanya?
how's the flavor? At 14%, I mean, what are they doing to make it 14% alcohol?
I don't know, but it'll bring you to one knee.
They could be freezing
They're
it.
probably adding a lot more. They're probably adding a lot more sugar and yeast to it. That's probably what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is devastating. Believe me, it is devastating. If you can't take a nap and you drink this, I bet you'll take a nap.
Is it thick?
It is kind of heavy body. This is no, this is like really, do some research on it because they have the Helles, like I'm showing now. They have the classic. We ought to do an examination of this. And they have the Schwartz, the black beer.
You're the
I'm sure
probably
they're popular around Christmas time. I guess.
That's what I was thinking. I really want to get my hands on that. I'm kind of excited about that idea. Hold on.
I'm aging these. These are from 2012. These were bottled. These were bottled in 2012, meaning they were brewed in 2011. So I'm going to go 5 years on the bottling. So in 2017, I'm going to crack these open.
How do you spell that?
S-A-M-I, Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, malt liquor.
Sammy, C-H. Yeah, I'm going to do it. When I do it, I'm going to do label out.
S-A-M-I-C-H-A-U-S?
L-A-U-S. L-A-U-S. Samichlaus. All right, so we're getting off track, but it's pretty exciting because that's one of the most exciting beers on the planet. But anyway, in my booklet, we looked at the Sierra Nevada Summerfest. It was, nice, but it wasn't $9.99 a six-pack nice to us. But we're not haters, but we're just looking at it. Any last comments? That's my final comment.
Sierra Nevadas make great beers. Like I said, Torpedo is probably one of the most enjoyable IPAs, and
Boy, you said it.
I've had Nooner. I want to try the stout, but overall the beer makes good stuff. So like any beer company, you have some home runs and you have some foul balls.
Would y'all be interested in examining Samichlaus down the road?
If I can find it, I will look for it.
Same here.
Find it, yeah. I mean,
Hey, Jay,
the big distribution beer store out here doesn't even have it.
Why don't you send a picture of that beer on Messenger to the group?
Oh yeah, I'll send the beer talk. Okay, I'll do that because it's very common around here. Around here, a lot of stores sell it. It's always $4.99 a bottle.
Mathern's, you got that one?
No, they could get it. They could get it, but all the stores in New Orleans have it. You know, it's
Okay.
they sell it in 4-packs, which is about $20. Yeah, it's $20 a 4-pack,
Mm.
or $5 a single. They don't up price it. The single is the same price as the 4-pack. Rouse's has it. Yep, sure do. All right, well, that's it, folks. So we looked at it, we drank it, we talked about it. I'm about to pop open a can of Pabst Old Tankard Ale. And one more thing, get ready. Hold on to your hats. Not that it's relevant to Louisiana in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But there is a Heileman's Old Style Oktoberfest coming out this fall. Old Style Oktoberfest. You heard it here.
I saw your post on about Old Style. Are we ever gonna get it? I guess I know that's a Chicago beer, but will it ever trickle down to this part of the country in the South, or maybe out west? Or
No, I had to go to Mexico to get it, believe it or not.
wow.
Couldn't get it here, but I could get it in Mexico. Okay, that makes sense. All right, thanks, folks.
Hey, okay.
What?
One thing I wanted to say, medium and small size brewers, stay away from the pale lager. Just don't even attempt.
Okay.
See that
If that's
shirt?
their favorite beer.
See that shirt? You see that shirt?
That's right.